Okay, here we are. This is lesson 10 of drawing the Mini, and what I'm doing is this is an especially long lesson today. I did quite a bit off camera, but I'm going to do a lot on camera today too, because I want to get this thing down to the point that we can get to the wheels and tires, which are going to be the final step, other than the one last time that I go over everything just to make sure everything is corresponding to the photograph itself and to each of the other parts, so that the balance of color values is something we can live with. And I got to apologize too, because of the way I set this up and I was working way across off my body. I got my head in the frame a couple times toward the end of this, and sorry about that, but I got a big head, and unfortunately it sometimes finds its way on camera. But as you see, I'm working on the interior of the car now. I did do the fender flare while I was off camera today, and that didn't take that much time, but it was just something that would have taken some time away, and then we would have put more time on the daily here. So I just thought it was a good deal. I also did the lower rocker panel, as you can see there. But I'm down to the point that when I do the interior today, then tomorrow we'll be able to start on the wheels and tires, and then hopefully, I'm not sure if we'll get that done tomorrow. It might take two lessons, because I don't like to get them too long so that they're really drudgery to watch. I like to make them so they're short enough that you can see some work being done without having to suffer through a whole bunch of time. But in any case, what I'm doing is just doing all the upholstery and interior and the convertible top. And there are a lot of different values in there, but it's all black, so they're very similar in value. So I have to pump up one place in order to separate it from something else. So it does take a little more time to do this. And these are just the first inkling of how it's going to turn out, because I'm still going to have to go around in there and fiddle with the tonal values in order to make it work. But it's really going great now. It's starting to look like a Mini, not just a whole bunch of different panels with some dots on them. And I'm really happy with the way it's starting to look. It looks great to me. And it has been a long journey. I mean, this is 10 already, so even if I am able to show you how to do the wheels and tires tomorrow, then I know I'm not going to do the final once over with it. So we're going to be looking at least 12. It might be 13 too, so we'll see. But I'll try and do it in 12 lessons if possible. And if it runs over that, it runs over. But I've put a lot of time in this now, and I don't want to screw it up. So I'm going to be very, very cautious. I'm going to err on the side of caution and make sure that I don't do anything that makes the drawing look irreparably bad. If something happens to it that I have to change, well, that's okay if it's something that I can change. But if it's something that I've done that really screws it up, then I'm going to be really upset about it. Oh, there's my head. Anyway, I also, when I set this up, I set the camera up perpendicular to the picture, so that I don't have one end or the other that's out of focus, which can happen if you point it at an angle at the picture. Unfortunately, that means it's going to be over my right shoulder, and when I'm reaching way over to the right hand side, that means it kind of pulls my shoulder and head along with it. So that's how I do that, and I'm not trying to get on camera. Believe me, it's my last thing I'd like to do, but here I am. You can see me, I'm looking down too. I have the photograph that I'm using as the basis of this is right below the picture I'm working on. So when you see me looking down, it's to look at that for reference, to see how it looks on the photograph, so it'll give me some kind of visual clue as to how I can make this work out. And sometimes I have to do something other than what it says there too. I mean, the photograph is not the be-all and end-all. It's just what I use for the first reference, because that is, after all, what a real car looks like. but it may have been photoshopped, or it may have had some weird lighting on it that doesn't exactly make it look like real life either. So I use that as the basis of what I'm doing, but it's not the only thing. Sometimes I'll go off on a tangent and throw a little color value in there that isn't in the photograph, and the reason is because it makes a better looking picture to me. And that's a totally individual choice, and that's the thing that you get to do when you're the artist. You get to see how you want it to be, and then you make it that way if you can. And so far, I usually am able to get it to come out right. Or at least, I shouldn't say that, at least it comes out right as far as I'm concerned. Everybody else has their own opinion of it, of course, and that's certainly their prerogative, their right to do. But I do these drawings because I love them. And if you like them, that's great. And if you don't, well, then nothing I can do about it, because I'm still going to draw it the same way. But if somebody has a suggestion about what they think might be a good idea, I take suggestions very easily and very well, because I think that we can all learn, and there are things that might make a better looking picture of it, and not just my opinion of it, but somebody else's as well. So I have nothing against people telling me that I should do something a different way in their opinion, but I get to listen to that, and I get to choose whether I want to do it or not too. So it's a two-way street. Anyway, getting real close now. Just about to head off for today. But tomorrow we will be working on the wheels and tires. And then, like I say, hopefully on lesson 12 we'll be able to start doing the last pieces, the once over. And then if we can do that, then we'll be fine. I hope to see you tomorrow. Thank you very much. Bye.